Hello, my lovely fellow human being. Hi, how you doing? Today, we are watching the next Angel episode, Season 2, Episode 10, I'm pretty sure. Holy shit, I am so excited because there is a possibility that we get to see Drusilla again. Maybe this time she'll even get to say a line. I'm literally so excited. Holy shit! Oh, like, I still cannot get over the lead up of, like, her being in, like, 3 fucking episodes and flashbacks, and then she actually gets to come back. Is that the best lead up for a character to come back ever on a show? Probably. Probably. I'm so fucking excited. Like, literally, ooh, because obviously, I might have skipped, the bigger thing that happened in the last episode. Drusilla turned Darla into a vampire, which was, like, the main, like, thing in that episode. Probably not, Drusilla, my queen, coming back, but, for the plot, Darla is now a vampire. Angel is very sad, probably. But yeah, so the whole, like, ending was, like, Lindsay coming back, him being like, yo, suck, Angel, and then Drusilla comes in, Darla gets turned. Oh my god! And I forgot to mention, again, the 2D names, Drusilla and Darla, is literally gonna make me lose my mind because literally I have to consciously pick which name it is because I keep mixing them up. So apologies if I ever mix them up in this video, I'm so sorry, but I forgot to mention the last episode, in my review, Drusilla turned Darla in the same way that Darla turned Angel when he was, like, the same way, like, yeah, I'm into it. I love this so much. And then many people pointed out that in the last, episode, obviously Drusilla turned Darla, and in one of the flashbacks a couple episodes ago, Drusilla told Darla, she's like, I could be your mummy, or something like that. Like, just like a throwaway line, basically. But it's so funny that, like, that foreshadows her turning Darla into a vampire, basically. Because, like, it's weird, like, the way that, like, someone turning them into a vampire, it's, like, almost, like, maternal, but it's also very sexual in nature for, like, how they do it. It's very odd, but honestly, fuck it up, I guess. Like, for the whole, like, confrontation and, like, the whole themes of the story and everything, it's just a lot. But either way, I'm so excited to get back into this episode. Continuing on with Angel, like I've already said, we're going to be watching 3 episodes of Angel, so this will be the second one. I'm curious to see if this continues on with the whole Drusilla thing, and obviously Darla turning into a fucking vampire. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna lose it. Because I'm also very curious to see if Darla as a vampire, it's like, we've had a very long conversation about this, all of us, with, like, what is a vampire, what's the personality, is the personality the human, So I'm curious to see, like, now that Darla has, like, a change of heart, will her vampire, I was about to say vampire Sona, like, her vampire self, is that going to be different? Because obviously her, like, humanity is going to leave her, like, her soul, and then a demon's basically gonna come in and be like, hey, we're gonna fuck shit up, So I'm curious to see what happens with that, I'm very curious. I'm so excited. Holy shit. Oh my god. And I'm literally, like, they better not either A, bring Drusilla back just to kill her, and B, just bring Drusilla back so that she can leave in the next episode and not have a single fucking line in the... I will scream if that happens. But, I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that, she is still in this episode and we get to see her a little bit. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. That'd be so fun. Because, like, imagine if she stays, like, for the rest of the season, and then maybe later in the season we get, like, a little, like, crossover episode, like, Drusilla goes to Sunnydale, and she sees Spike, and with the whole thing with Spike and Buffy right now, could you imagine Drusilla coming back into town, like, throwing a wrench into Please, if that happens, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just so excited. The possibilities for Drusilla coming back. There are so many possibilities now for the rest of the season, and I'm so excited. But either way, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's just get into it.
Almost there. Yo, anybody home?
You gotta get him.
Oh my God,
no.
Angel.
What happened? The story, half that didn't make sense.
Angel? It's no time, no? I was just so tired.
Where is Darla?
Oh no, she wasn't there.
I knew it.
She's dead.
What?
Well,
She stopped.
Okay, way too many pronouns here. Who's her?
Drusilla.
I know that's bad. I know it's bad for Angel, but like...
Who's Drusilla?
Oh, gun. I can give you a whole presentation, please. Hello, class. Welcome to Buffy 101. Today's lecture is going to be about the one and only Drusilla. First and foremost, let's get the basics covered with Smash.
Perhaps you should sit down. I have to find her.
Drusilla?
She probably ain't in there.
Save whom? Darla.
What is with Angel? Oh my
Angel, who
god,
keeps saying
he's
is
like
so.
losing
It's no
it.
sequel. She will rise again. She won't. I can save her from that.
I'm sorry, but during that like really emotional, like suspenseful scene, we still got the
I can save her from that.
Oh, and I forgot that's how vampires work. She doesn't just become a vampire, she like dies and then she comes back. That's a long process.
Okay, I'm still trying to get this family tree. Darla,
Listen, I
Silent
could
Angel.
give you
Correct.
this
And Angel
whole
signed this
presentation.
Drusilla.
Yes.
Back when he and Darla were together, yes.
But before Angel got his soul back, right?
Yes.
And sun rises at 6:15 a.m.
So can it happen anytime
It
during
happen
that?
anytime before
Oh.
then. Anything?
You answered my question, okay?
Says
Let's get it. Oh, is it empty? What a bitch! What a sleazy little bitch.
This is about the cousin, isn't it?
That cousin?
Cousin.
That sweet but very odd English girl who was
That's our
visiting
girly.
me?
It is.
I knew that pregnancy was in trouble the moment she told me about it. Then Azrael couldn't be healthy for the baby.
She said she was having a baby?
She was very excited about getting the nursery ready for the birth. She insisted that her daughter would be born near the stars.
Stars.
Oh,
Well,
so
she's foreign. I explained to
Darla
her,
is the
"You can live
daughter,
your whole life
okay.
and
it's our girl. It's our girl. Oh, she's glowing. I love her so much. Oh, I know this is bad.
my daughter.
Can she hear you?
God.
She's dead.
She's like, I'm not an idiot. Oh my god.
Think maybe now you've got a shot with her?
Lila?
Don't let me interrupt you.
Are positively glowing.
She is, isn't she?
Yes.
Local cemeteries, funeral homes, and mausoleums.
Telling me we gotta go to every one of these places and start digging up fresh
Surprised you
graves?
don't have that memorized by now.
Forget mausoleums. Stick with cemeteries. Something with a view of the night sky.
So just outside cemeteries then?
I'm gonna narrow it down much.
Okay.
Just a
Okay,
burial,
Courtney.
she's off.
Oh. Okay, Angel. Is she under there? No. Is she? Goodness. Goodness, that poor actor. Yeah, you're gonna get buried alive today on set. So if you stake them before they even become a vampire? Oh, oh my god! Also the music right now? Hello?
I saw you coming, my lovely. The moon showed me.
Oh no. Oh my god. Where'd she go?
Now everybody's home.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god! Holy shit! Queen of Chaos, I love her.
Angel.
Shit. Girly? What? Okay. Sure.
So it's more like a hunch.
Wouldn't say hunch.
Would you say inkling?
He's
Please
like,
tell
I got
me you could
no
at least
fucking
say
clue.
inkling.
For the moment, anyway, they're separated. If we can find one of them before they join up again, we have a good chance of stopping something very ugly before it starts. Anyone wants to join me, my car's outside. If not, that's fine too.
You admit everyone gear up.
Let's go.
Gun's like, I had absolutely no questions. I'm always here for that.
I drank Chateau Latour once. It tasted like lion's blood.
Drusilla.
I was just about to
apologize.
ask if Darla was gonna go
I
there,
didn't realize
but
you were here.
Drusilla's
I
there.
trust her.
Angelus wasn't happy in the least.
Angel found you.
Yeah.
Well,
There's an untagged vampire in the building.
perhaps we should take our guests to security.
That's what I was gonna say.
Darla.
She got beat on him?
Lindsay, no sudden movement.
Please. She's not a dinosaur. No sudden movements. Darla, this isn't you. I'm Chris Pratting Darla, please imagine. Okay, music! Let's go! So Darla just came there for Drusilla. Iconic behavior. I'm just imagining Darla and Drusilla just like
Healthy
prancing
attachments,
through
Lindsay.
the lobby outside the door.
What's time?
Fine, I was about to ask it.
I'll slow down.
After this episode, she's not had a vision in a while.
She's seeing wrapped around a lamppost.
She gonna get a vision where they are?
She should have done this before we left the hotel. Angel! Maybe it's a false alarm.
Angel. Oh my god.
I thought it was what you wanted. To be saved.
Oh, Darla gonna feed tonight.
You're all new again. Let's go shopping.
I mean, two queens.
I don't have time to figure that out.
Maybe that's the plan. Maybe they're trying to keep you from going on this mission.
In any case, that young man still clearly needs our help.
Go help him. I got more important things to do, okay?
Oh, I'm ringing. Do you hear it? I'm ringing.
I love her.
Those two should keep Angel busy for some time.
Yeah, until he kills him.
Lila's correct. We won't have to worry about Angel anymore.
Please, please.
Where are they? Angel! I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Call him now.
Right.
Sorry, that was the most hilarious
There's worse
clip I've
things to
ever
lose.
seen.
Means to an end.
Oh shit.
You're the project.
I can crush the life out of you before they... Won't I?
You don't kill humans.
You don't qualify. You set things in motion. Play your little games up here in your glass and chrome tower.
Oh.
People die. Innocent people.
And yet, I just can't seem to care.
Goodness.
Go do your little champion of justice thing and then come back and see
You
me.
arrested?
If you make bail. Give him a nice holding cell, officers. With a
Hey,
window.
help us out. Oh. Hey, girlie! What's up? We got all the favorites in this episode. Please, Angel, did he just say perfect? Let's go. Can they finally work together?
They're not done, are they?
No.
They're just getting started. We'd love to see it.
In a much larger, greater plan. One which the senior partners hoped...
Who's coming? Darla and Drusilla? Look at them!
Ladies.
Very sweet she was. Like Clover.
Oh. Oh.
And honey.
I believe you said something about a massacre.
I mean, I know they killed a couple of innocent people, but like... And I love that Darla's hair is different too. Like the thought of her like taking a pause to like do her hair real quick. Or maybe that's just like vampire powers. That's her power. She can just curl her hair at whim. What? God. Oh, he's not in the mirror. Please. Let's fucking get it, girlies. Let's go. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Love this energy. Love this energy in this room. So how's he gonna find the address for the house?
I needed a new dress for the Elvis party. No, their party. They're in a hurry to get to it.
They said something about a party.
It's tasting.
Oh. Also, side note, did he know that she was in there because he smelled her fear?
You'll be okay.
Sorry that you had to suffer, but look at what's come out of it.
Oh my god, her eye roll.
You've been restored.
Because all I'm sensing right now is big, stinky fear. Do you know what I'm getting from you, Lindsay? Nothing. Why aren't you afraid?
I think he's just into it. Yeah, I think he's just into this.
I care. I guess I just don't mind.
Shit.
And jealous.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
I'm sorry I didn't get to you in time.
I'm not. I never did get that goodbye kiss.
You will,
I got the music right now. Oh.
but not tonight.
For God's sake, help us.
Angel, please.
Wait.
People are going to die.
And yet somehow, I just can't seem to care.
Oh my god!
Angel, please, we can negotiate.
Oh my god!
And you just walked away.
Mm-hmm.
You could have stopped them. And I will.
When? After they've finished off all the people you don't like?
You went too far.
It was a little much, but I can be a little theatrical at times.
Right about you. Right now, the three of us are all that's standing between you and real darkness.
Best believe that, man.
You're all fired.
Angel. What? No, don't leave it there. What the fuck was that ending? Oh, goodness. So this one was called Reunion, written by Tim Minier. Someone commented. Am I saying that wrong? Maybe, probably. And Sean Ryan. And directed by James Constner. Gotta say, James, the directing, very good. But I just want to say, the fight scene in the greenhouse, maybe it's because, like, the set was too small or something. I don't know what was with that fight scene. It was so strange, the way that they directed it. And, like, they, like, blocked it. Maybe that's just me. But I was watching, I'm like, okay. Either way, literally, this entire episode... Holy shit. What the fuck was that? Like... Oh my my goodness. Sheesh. I don't even know what to say. Like, just the way that ended, holy shit. I feel like that was like it feels like that was like the episode right before they took like a hiatus, you know? Actually, let me look. I want to see. You know how like shows do winter hiatuses? It was, yeah. So this was like December, and then the next one was like January. What a way to leave that off. Could you imagine having to wait like another month to watch the next episode? Holy shit. This episode legitimately felt like a fever dream. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I can guarantee this is going to be my top 5 for this season, if not for the entire show. I literally loved this episode. I don't know what it was about it. Obviously, Drusilla, my one and only queen. I think it was just so fucking cool to get to see Drusilla bringing back Darla. Obviously, we saw that in the last episode, but like seeing like her preparations for it, and then like I just missed Drusilla so much. So getting to see like how she is, I fucking love Drusilla. Oh my god, she's like one of my favorite characters on both of these shows. I cannot get over her. So I am so happy that we got to see like, I don't even know if you're gonna keep seeing her, hopefully. Like with this ending, it's giving me hope that like her and Darla are gonna like go on like a little tirade, and like I don't even know, like I'm just like, with this ending I'm confused on like what the big baddie is going to be for the show, you know, like for the season. Like obviously Wolfrum and Hart have been there literally since the beginning of the show, so was this like the end, or do you think like it'll keep going? I don't think so, because literally all the main characters that we know from Wolfram and Hart will die. Is that what they're... I don't know. Maybe Lindsay's gonna stay, get out of it. I feel like Lindsay's gonna get out of it somehow, just because Darla has, like, some sort of weird connection with him. So I feel like he's gonna get out, and maybe he'll, like, try and get, like, revenge or something. I don't know. But, like, for the season in all, like, I was expecting Wolfram and Hart to be, like, the main thing. But, like, now I feel like it's kind of passing it on to Darla and Drusilla. And maybe they'll be, like, the big baddies. Or, like, not big baddie, but, like, a main antagonist and catalyst for, like, the rest of the events that happen. I'm not sure. That ending... It's like I am blown away by the choice to have Angel not interfere and then just lock the doors and have Darla and Drusilla like go at it. And also the decision for Angel later on to fire Cordy West and Gunn. Like, holy shit, what is he doing? But also, from, like, a fan standpoint, I'm like, what the fuck is up with Angel? Is he, like... What is happening? I'm like... I mean, could you imagine, like... Obviously, this person he was with for 150 years, killing people, he gains his soul, so then she, like, basically kicks him to the curb. And then, later on... he kills her when, like, she's trying to kill Buffy in, like, season 1. I forget how that actually happened. I don't even know. But, like, Angel killed Darla in season 1. She comes back as human, giving Angel kind of, like, a second chance, like, both internally and for Darla, to give her a second chance at, like, you know, living a normal life and dying with some sort of humanity, you know, instead of being a vampire. And then, as soon as Darla chooses that, Drusilla walks through the door, turning her into a vampire, and it's, like, thrown a wrench into, like, his whole, like, ideology and, like, his thinking for all of this. And he was probably like, what the fuck does this even mean? Like, it's just a lot of like, what does he do now? Because obviously Darla wanted to do the right thing and just be human and just die from syphilis, but then Drusilla took that choice from her and turned her into a vampire, which, again, I am saying I fucking love Drusilla as a character. I love her presence in the show. I fucking love it. But obviously the whole, like, her being hired by Wolfrum and Hart to do all this is bad. You know, I wish it didn't have to come to that. But it's like, I love the drama of it all. And also, like, I feel like Drusilla, like, I don't think we can fault her with, like, a lot of the things that she does, because she's a vampire and she's also not mentally here at all times. So, you know, like, I don't think we can really fault her for, like, that. But it is so interesting. Like, I literally mentioned it at the beginning. I was like, it's so funny how vampires, it's like this whole, like, family kind of thing. And that's literally where it was coming from. Like, Drusilla wanted to give birth basically to Darla, but then it's so interesting how she still refers to her as grandmother. I think that's so interesting, and I'm not sure how to look at it or how to interpret it, but it's just such an interesting little point, you know? I'm not even sure, but like, just their dynamic. I don't know if it's the actors, but they have such, like, chemistry? I don't know if that's the right word, but, like, Drusilla and Darla, like, on screen, they have such chemistry, and, like, they just, like, I love them together on screen. Like, I feel like they just have such stage presence whenever, like, they're, like, in their, like, vampire form as well. Oh my god, it is literally so good. Like, when Angel came in the last scene, I'm like, buddy, this ain't even your show anymore. This is just Drusilla and Darla. Like, they have this scene. They have this episode. Goodness, I cannot get over these turn of events. I could have never imagined this happening. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. Simply. Okay, so let's go through this episode, now that I've given you a whole runaround and, like, things on top of my head that I was thinking about. Oh yeah, so in the beginning, Angel literally looks like he lost his mind. Like, he literally looks like he went crazy because of, like, how Drusilla came in, and, like, can you imagine, like, again, a person, Darla, that, like, she agreed to live out the rest of her life as a human, and Angel was going to help her, and, you know, he's going to help him, like, you know, regain some sort of humanity for her, and also for himself, and then Drusilla turns her into a vampire, and it's, like, Drusilla, which is, like, Angel is her sire, right? Like, Angel turned Drusilla, so it's literally, like, this whole, like, cause and effect waterfall, like, this whole thing where it's, like, wow, I turned Drusilla and I tortured her. Literally, like, I tortured her. She's crazy. And, like, the only reason that this is happening is because I did that as a vampire, you know? And obviously they could have gotten any vampire to turn her, but I can't even imagine, like, Angel, his, like, sort of, like, mentality of, like, wow, I turned Drusilla. I made her go crazy. I tortured her and I turned her into a vampire and I just basically used her. And then later on, it's like, wow, she came back and she basically ruined the one chance that I had at saving Darla, that I really wanted to save her, and she, like, made that choice. And it's just, like, this whole, like, web of things that I can't even imagine that was going through Angel's mind. Oh my god. So much is happening. But yeah, so then before the title sequence comes, Angel basically is like, okay, I gotta go find her and kill her before she rises. Which, is that how it works? Like, if you find a body, you just, like, stake it and, like, it doesn't rise? That's pretty funny. Just staking a dead body. But, God, that is, like... Again, oh my god, Angel, like, literally, he goes through so much shit, and it's like, he cannot catch a break with like the Wolfrum and Hart shit. So then after the title sequence, Gunn gets a little runaround of like what all these people are. Like what, okay, who's Drusilla? What? How is she connected to all of this? Which I love. I love how that's like, Gunn is kind of like the surrogate audience person that like gets, like if we have a character that was on Buffy, but the Angel audience has not been introduced yet and they don't fully know, or like, you know, obviously this is television, so they might have forgotten since the past couple weeks since they watched the flashback episode. I just love that. Cause like, I feel like most shows have a character that doesn't know anything so that the characters can explain things to them. Also by explaining to the audience, you know? Because, I hate in a show or like a movie where, they have to explain to each other like what they already know. Like it'd be like Cordy like telling Wes like, yeah, oh my god, Drusilla, who Angel tortured and turned into a vampire hundreds of years ago, is turning Darla, which is Angel's sire, and it's like Wes is like, I already know this. But I like how we have Gunn, you know? Sorry, that's just such a funny thing in some shows where like they explain way too much to a character that already for sure knows what that is. They did that all the time on Supernatural for certain monsters and stuff that like were in season 2 and then it came back in like season 12 and they're like, oh my god, yeah, this one demon that we did like we captured and killed and and Dean's like, I already know this, I lived through it. Yeah, so then Angel goes to Lindsay's house, no longer there. But yeah, then we go to the greenhouse, which I love this. Again, I love the set. It's just, I don't know what was happening with the fighting. I don't know what it was. Like, it was maybe like the directing. They had so many wide shots too that just didn't help. So, that is like my one critique of this episode. Literally that fighting scene in the greenhouse, a little sketch. didn't really enjoy it. But just getting to see Drusilla like prep Darla and do all these things for her. Oh my god, so interesting. And it's also so cool, like the whole metaphor kind of thing that they have that has been on this show, both shows forever. Basically, like being a vampire is like a new beginning, like a new start. And it's like being birthed as a vampire. I think that is just so cool how they added that and they play into it a little bit more in this one. Yeah, Lindsay is he's a little strange. With the whole that's another thing. I am a little disappointed with Lindsay's character and like how he became. Like last season, I thought we were gonna get a lot more like depth to his character, but this season, ever since Darla came, it's literally just him like having a crush on Darla and then getting upset that Darla went to Angel and stuff, and it's like, what, dude? A little strange. Okay, I just feel if Lindsay did die in this episode, I do wish we got a little bit more with him. He's such an interesting character, and I think they could have just done a little bit more with him, rather than him just literally being, like, the face of Wolfrum and Hart for, like, Angel to interact with, you know? Like, even, like, him coming in with Drusilla, being like, what did he say? How did you think this would end? And having Drusilla turn Darla, and that could have been interesting if they like had Lindsay kind of be like Darla's like little bitch and like having him like be with them like as they're like having like their whole massacre, you know? That would be even interesting if Darla turned Lindsay into a vampire trying to replace Angelus. Oh. Could you imagine? But yeah, if he does die in this episode, which I feel like he's not going to, I feel like he's going to be in the rest of the season at least. But if he did die, I'm kind of disappointed with how his character ended. That's just my opinion. I could see, he's just like a side character. He's not even in the credits. So I don't know why I'm like expecting so much from him, but like just from the last season and like the second to last episode of last season, I just was like obsessed with his character, and I just was like, oh my god, we could get so much from him, like, you know. But it is interesting. I guess it is like, you know, he had that sort of development in the last season, and then he decided to go back to Wolfram and Hart. And it's kind of interesting how like this season he had no development because he was with Wolfram and Hart. So maybe that's what it was. But either way, I feel like it could have been cool. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on that. Yes, so then Angel goes see Darla in the greenhouse. They fight. And then she falls off a building, or she jumps off a building. I mean, you do you, girl. Whatever. But I was gonna say in the episode, but I wasn't entirely sure. New vampires are stronger, right? Than regular vampires? I think of those things and then I'm like, I don't know if that's a Buffyverse thing or if that's something I heard from Twilight, because that is 1,000% a thing from Twilight. I'm mixing up my vampire lore. I'm so sorry. But I forget. Or is it because, is that why Angel like drank blood later on? Because he's like doesn't have blood and he's like a little weaker because he doesn't drink human blood. Is that it? Perhaps. Perhaps. Either way, she was strong as fuck. But yeah, then we flash back to Wolfram and Hart. Drusilla is in Lindsay's office. Just so interesting. I just love Drusilla. I'm sorry. I'm a broken record. I'll just continue. But yeah, then they leave. And then, this is so interesting. Literally, Cordy has not had a like vision in so long, and I meant to mention that like in the last episode or this one if she didn't have one, because she literally has not had a vision in so long, it seems. And it's interesting how like this whole show started out with like, oh, you get a vision, you help people, da da da. And then in this episode she gets a vision for some guy that was like going to kill himself for some god or something. And then that's it. Do they even flash back to it? I don't think so. Just strange. I wonder if that's gonna come back. Because it was like, so like, what? I guess it was to like have Angel go off on his own. Is that it? I think so. So that Angel would have a reason to leave on his own. But either way, the powers that be, we have bigger shit that we have to do in this episode. I mean, I was expecting, like, them to go, but the vision was actually because, like, Darla and Drusilla were gonna be running by or, like, running through, like, the building that they were in for, like, the vision. But it was not. So I was like, what? Why did they get this vision? It was a little strange. But I feel like that's, like, a little something that might be coming back in like the next episode. I'm not sure. Could be just nothing, and it could be something that like they added in so that Angel could like go on his own. But either way, we also have the scene with Darla and Drusilla like in the streets, which by the way, there's this shot of Drusilla right before she gets hit by the car. Please. Her just turning, being like, hello? As the headlights come towards her? I'm sorry, that's just funny. So interesting. And it's also so interesting that this is the point where Darla kind of stops fighting back. Because up until this point, she's literally fighting Drusilla, like, what the fuck? Why did you turn me? Why did you do this? And then, wait, what did she say? Drusilla said something. Yeah, so Darla asked why. She says, for you, all for you. I thought it was what you wanted. To be saved. And the little worm won't dance if he's told to. Is that a metaphor or is she just speaking Drusilla? The little worm won't dance if he's told to. Drusilla, I'm sorry, girly. So like it's like this like kind of like light bulb goes over like for Darla. She's like asking Drusilla, why'd you do this? She goes, for you to be saved. And it's like she transitions from like her like going against like being a vampire and like kind of fighting that urge to like feed. And it's like, oh right, she did save me. Cause like that's another thing. Didn't she say that to Angel in like 2 episodes ago? When she like went to Angel at the end of the episode and was like, hey, can you turn me into a vampire? Can you save me? And, or no, it was like, give me the gift or something, right? But like, it's like the same kind of thing. Like, they view being a vampire as a gift, as being saved, as like something that is given, you know? Obviously, Angel views it as like a curse and like something that like is taking away from being alive, but they view it as that. So it's kind of like this like light bulb is like, oh, right. What she did for me is helping me because she saved me. And I think that is so interesting how like she switches. So like, oh yeah, right. You're saving me. I'm a vampire now. Let's get this bread, you know? Like she just goes and feeds on the one guy. But yeah, and then after that they're like in the shop getting dressed up for the party. Yeah, and then we flash back to Wolfrum and Hart and Angel swings through the window.
We won't have to worry about Angel anymore.
What the fuck? Angel, what the fuck? What is that? What possessed you to swing through the window into Lindsay's office? Imagine he swings into the wrong office. I think it's just like the juxtaposition of like them having a conversation and Angel just swinging. I'm sorry. That's just so funny. And that's also interesting. So, Holland says, he's like, you know, I had a special whatever. And Angel's like, oh yeah, well, like with Darla. And he's like, oh no, Darla's just a means to an end. She's just a tool. You're the project. Like, you're the one that we're working on. Which I think is just so interesting. Damn. So I guess that might add another thing to Angel feeling guilty. Because he's like, oh shit, she's just here because I meddle with the Wolfrum and Hart people. And they don't like that. So sure that's like another thing where he's like, oh fuck, the only reason she's here is because of me working, like, you know, working against Wolfrum and Hart. And then, oh my god, she's turning into a vampire just because I tortured Drusilla years ago and turned her into a vampire and now she's back. And it's like this whole thing that wraps up with Angel, and I'm sure he just feels guilty as always. So yeah, and then we got Kate. Which I am so happy that we got to see her after, what was it, the Shroud of Ramon, that episode where at the end Angel drinks Kate's blood for like a tiny little sip, and it's like that whole thing. I'm so happy that we get to see her like after all of that. Also, she looked so beautiful in this episode. Oh, Kate, I love you so much. Please, I just need you in the show so badly, and I just need her to work with Angel. I need it. It's like that one thing that I need, but obviously, whatever. If she comes back, I would love it. But I do like seeing her every once in a while. It is just so cool that we have someone on the inside that like knows about all of it and like knows about Angel and all that. And she's like, okay, yeah, here's your intel. Go, we're gonna drop you off, go there. But yeah, then we go to the party at Holland's house, and Darla and Drusilla are party crashers. Love to see it, love to see it. Iconic behavior by both of them again. And it is so interesting. So like this whole thing with like Lindsay like not being afraid and not having any like sort of like feelings about the whole like him about to die possibly from Darla and Drusilla. I have a feeling that because of like that, because like they made such an emphasis on that, that he's not going to die in this episode, watch him die and literally never come back and never be mentioned again. Y'all are probably laughing at me so much right now, but that's what I'm thinking. But he could possibly have died, you know, whatever. I don't know, he just reminds me of that one guy from that one Buffy episode where he, like, wanted to turn into a vampire, and, like, it was that one episode where, like, Spike came in, and, like, there was that whole thing with, like, the vampires underground, you know? But, like, he thought, like, being a vampire was, like, the coolest thing, and, like, there's, like, a whole group of people, like, turning into vampires. It just kind of reminds me of that. Like, I feel like he's going to turn into a vampire, or, like, be their little posse. I don't know. Oh, God, I love it so much. Yeah, and then Angel pops up, and I love Drusilla. She's like, oh my God, Daddy's here. And then he walks in, and obviously he has a soul, and he's not Angelus. And Drusilla's like, what the fuck? It's not Angelus. He has a stupid soul. They get so mad that he still has a soul.
Hello, Editing Ellie here. So I just noticed this while I was editing my reaction. And Drusilla, like, when Angel comes in, she's like, oh, Daddy's here, Daddy's home. And obviously Angel, he looks like he's about to, like, put a stop to all of it. She's like, oh, he doesn't even care about family, da da da. But then as soon as he's like, oh, not tonight, you know, and basically being like, I'm gonna let you guys feed on them, and closes the door, Drusilla goes, Daddy's home again, or, like, I forget what she says, but I'll put it right here. And I think that's just so interesting how progressively over the past couple episodes, I didn't really emphasize it in my review, but, like, it's what I was thinking, like with the shot of Ramon, with him feeding on Kate, and then in the last couple episodes, just him having that sort of, like, I don't know, like, inner debate on, like, what he is, like, is he, like, you know, like, how he is influenced and, like, interacted with, like, all of these other vampires. And then again, the vampire thing is, like, a whole vampire, like, family metaphor thing, so it, like, also adds in that, and I think it's just so interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes, and I just wanted to mention that because it did not go unnoticed. It just took me a second to fully understand. But yeah, back to the video.
Oh, goodness. That scene, like, people are going to die, and I just can't seem to care. Or however, whatever he says. And then he closes the door. Bad bitch energy. Ah. Sheesh. Oh my God. Yeah. Goodness gracious. And I love how Drusilla's also like, he's not even thinking about family, which is like, again, the whole vampire thing being like a vampire, let me say that again. The whole vampire thing being like sort of like a family kind of thing. And, it is just so, wait. So why is she grandma? Why is Darla grandma? Oh, I guess. Okay. So it's like Darla, Angel, and then Drusilla. Okay. That's like, as vampires, they were family because that's like, they sired each other and like, you know, they, you know, wreaked havoc together. But now as like him having a soul and like it being years later, it's like, he's like, we're not family anymore because I have a soul and you guys are soulless vampires. And it's just like, I wonder how he feels about that, because obviously he has no real family because been a couple hundred years. So like that's why I'm like so nervous at the end where like his like found family, like Wes, Gunn, and Cordy, he's like shutting them out, and it's like, oh no, is he going to resort to his vampire family? I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous on this one, you know? Just so much can happen. Holy shit. But, yeah. Him walking up the stairs and, like, having, like, everyone screaming in the background. Chef's kiss. Yeah, and then them flashing back to like the office, like him telling them like what happened. And all of them are like, you did what? He did not stutter. He did that. I'm just so scared. Because the ending is like, you're fired, and then he walks out. I'm sure Cordy and Wes, at least, they'll like still be in the office just because they're stubborn. But what the fuck? I'm so nervous. I'm like really nervous about this. What is gonna happen? Are they gonna be okay? I don't know. Yeah, so that's really it. This episode, insane. Oh, did I tell you the IMDb rating? I think it was like 9.3. Yeah, it has a 9.3 rating, which what she deserves. What she deserves. The only other episode of Angel with that high of a rating is I Will Remember You. Iconic behavior. I love this episode so much. I'm so happy that we got so much Drusilla. Like, I will die happy now, knowing that we got one more episode where Drusilla is our shining star. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. I do believe that is all I have to say about this episode. This episode was a fucking insane ride. Goodness gracious. Again, I loved this episode. Holy shit. Just like everything that's happened. I am so excited to see where the next episode leads us. Obviously, the next episode I am going to be watching is the next Angel episode, episode 11. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, we're going back to Buffy. I think for 2 episodes. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I am so excited to continue on with this. And how, like, the whole, like, Wes and Cordy thing is going to happen. Like, are they actually not going to be with Angel anymore? Or, like, how are they going to do that? And then, like, what's Angel's plan going to be? Like, is he planning on killing them? Or what? Like, you know, like, is it going to be, like, a faith type of thing? Where, like, he's going to try and, like, I don't know, rehabilitate them? But can you do that with a vampire? Can you? Maybe we could do the chip thing again, see if it works like they did with Spike, you know? So they can't kill anyone. But, I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm so nervous that, like, Darla's gonna, like, pretend to be, like, okay. And then she's gonna, like, kill someone. Very nervous about that. Just especially now, like, with, like, maybe that's why Angel fired them. So that so that Cordy, Wes, and Gunn don't get in the way and accidentally, you know, die by one of them, you know? I'm just nervous about that. But I'm also curious to see if, one, Lindsay is still alive. I just have a gut feeling that he is, but watch him not be. And 2, if Wolfrum and Hart is even, like, a big thing for the rest of the season. Because I thought it was going to be, like, a looming thing for many seasons. I thought it was going to be, like, for the rest of the show, basically, you know? But with this, not sure. I'm not entirely sure. But we shall see if that continues on. But, yeah. Either way, I'm super excited about the next episode to see what happens with Darla and Drusilla. So, yeah. Goodness gracious. With that, I do believe that is all I have to say about this episode. So, yeah. Thank you to all my beautiful patrons over on Patreon. I will see you guys next video. Bye!